Good evening. Well, actually, good morning because it's after midnight. I just did a little tasting of GlenDronach 18 after more than 6 months of being open, and it's getting better. It's unfortunately the bottle might be gone before it gets to its best. It's one of those that required a lot of time to open up. That was the GlenDronach 18. Now I have one that's younger, considerably younger than that. It's the GlenDronach 8-year-old, the Hielan. I picked this up some time ago, over here, the 10th of May, 2019. So I've had it in my possession for a little while. There's some dust on the top here. And at that time, it cost me $70.99, plus, of course, 10-cent bottle deposit, $8 BC, no, not $8, sorry, $7.10 BC liquor tax, and $3 and $3.55 goods and services tax. I have to do the calculations because there's more than one whiskey on this bill, so it's not I have to think and interpolate or extrapolate or figure it out basically. So this is going to be my first try of the Hielan GlenDronach. There we go. Looks like a GlenDronach, and it has an 8 on it. I must commend GlenDronach for the people at GlenDronach for putting an age statement on an 8-year-old whiskey. That's some transparency compared to the obfuscation that some distilleries like to foist upon us. Let's go for a pop. Excellent. We've had good pops lately. All right. What does it say about the Hielan? Should I read from the bottle or from the tube? I'll read from the tube. The Hielan, aged 8 years. Oh, tasting notes. We don't want those. GlenDronach, the Hielan. GlenDronach Distillery in the Fogue Valley is Aberdeenshire. In Aberdeenshire is named after the source of its water, the Dronach Burn. It has a history of enterprising owners, from the flamboyant James Allardyce to the ambitious Walter Scott. Although times have moved on, the process used to create the GlenDronach have remained largely unchanged. Today's malt is created using traditional wooden washbacks and the same shaped stills used in 1826. Distilled, matured, and bottled by the proprietors, the GlenDronach Company Limited, licensed since 1826. Fogue by Huntly, Aberdeenshire, Scotland. 700 mils, 46% alcohol by volume, and international symbols for pregnancy and recycling and other cool things like that. Yeah, it's got a little picture of a countryside there, that kind of thing. Okay. Now, I've told you what it cost. I told you what it says on the... It probably says the same thing on here, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, this is just tasting notes and... Yeah. nosing notes, appearance, and so on and so on. Is this non-chill filtered and naturally colored? Matured and married in a combination of the finest bourbon and sherry casks. Okay, so we can expect some dark fruits and some caramel and some vanilla. Ah. All right. The fruits are fresh fruits. They are not dried fruits. They are not ripe fruits. Well, ripe, but fresh, not overripe. I got some apples, some pears, some grapes, some plums, some cherries. Lots of fruits. Lots of fruits on the nose. Very nice. I wonder what Hielan means. I remember when I was in junior high, had one guy in our class, his name was Bill Hielan. But I don't know if they spelt it the same way. Yeah. A lot of those fruits from the sherry. I'm not getting, well, maybe it's a tiny little bit woody, but not very much. Not a lot of tannins and not a lot of what you'd get from a more aged whiskey. That's been, aged in sherry. And I'm not getting so much of the ex-bourbon, although there is a little bit of caramel and a little bit of vanilla. Nothing beyond, nothing really surprising here. Yeah. $70 bottle plus taxes. It's a little more expensive than your Glenlivet and your Glenfiddich. And we're talking about things like Founder's Reserve and 12-year-old and what have you. Smells good. I'm going to have a little bit of water. Cleanse my palate somewhat. And go for the first sip. It's fairly chewy and viscous. I'm getting the fruits. They're coating the mouth. I'm getting some blackberry and just ripe, fresh fruits. Nothing dried, nothing overly ripe, just fresh fruits. Plums, blackberries. That was just a first sip. Not only was it a first sip, it was a neck pour. Oh no. Oh no. First neck pour and first sip. You can't really evaluate a whiskey on that, but I try. All right. I'm liking the viscous mouthfeel, and the fruits and berries are almost effervescent. It's like they're almost carbonated, and they're just sparkling. Yes, that's the word. They're sparkling in my mouth. And coating, after they've done their sparkling, they coat everything. So, fruits, cherries, berries. Nice. Very nice. If you like cherries and berries, and I do, they coat everything. A little bit astringent on the finish. I may come back and get the finish again. Just bear with me. But it does coat everything. And I like the viscosity on this one and the youthful exuberance and, like I said, the effervescence of the fruit and berry flavors on this one. I'm not getting a lot of the bourbon, ex-bourbon caramels and vanillas and that on the palate. I got a little bit on the nose at first, but no, I'm not getting it now. Bottled at 46%. I must commend them for that too. You know, a lot of distilleries will bottle their younger whiskeys at a lower ABV. But this one's right in the sweet spot. It's in the Goldilocks zone. It's just right. This is nice. Youthful, exuberant, effervescent, delicious. I personally would like a little bit more caramel and vanilla, and they may be hiding underneath that youthful, exuberant, effervescent, young sherry note. I would like to see this done in bourbon barrels only. What would I get? Probably something like an Altamore 12, which I didn't like. Yeah, if you like younger whiskey, and I'm learning that I do, you know, after a while, I'm finding out that things 18 years old, 15 years old, some of them are great and some of them are just so-so. And this, for the price, what you're getting, the honesty of the 8-year-old age statement, I can't complain. This is a nice experience. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the bottle. It doesn't really need to open up. It's there. It's all there right away. Not like an older whiskey, which takes more time and patience to get everything out of it. Here, on the first pour, I can glean the entire experience. Isn't that what it's all about? Doesn't that make it worthwhile? Slanchava.
Foodquig.
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 Yeah.